There has been a big controversy on the topic of a Sun and Moon episode that was recently skipped in the US. The episode in particular isn't exactly a big episode, but the controversy surrounding it is big enough that it has been gaining a lot of attention. The episode in question, Ash and Persimmon, Touchdown of Friendship, is the 64th episode of the Sun and Moon series. However, the banning was discovered earlier back in July, when the New Zealand dub skipped it during its run of the show. I wanted to wait to talk about the subject for two reasons. One, I wanted to wait until the episode skipped in the American airing, in case I know it's for sure. And two, the controversy in question has some sensitive topics that I wanted to properly discuss while also gathering info for why this happened and not simply re-edited. The main reason why this episode was banned was because of the portrayal of Ash's Persimmon look. The context of this was for Ash to simply fit in with a group of Persimmon in order to better understand them. However, the main issue was his face paint. Ash's face has been painted in a dark brown to match the Persimmon, but due to the appearance, it has a great resemblance of blackface, which is a very controversial subject matter. The banning was decided by TPCI as they have recognized the resemblance of blackface and therefore avoided the episode in its entirety. While perhaps it's understandable as to why they have banned it, I feel as though the decision to ban the episode is a bit ridiculous. Blackface is a form of makeup used to imitate and mock black people, and it is an extremely racist thing to do. It was used a lot during the early and mid 1900s, in a time where America was extremely prejudiced. Nowadays, we understand the wrongdoings of blackface, and no person should ever do such a terrible action. This has also happened in some other countries where racism was rampant, even in Japan. But in this, for instance, in the Sun and Moon episode, I didn't see anything wrong with it. From what I saw, it was just Ash being his usual playful self. There was no intention on being racist or any offensiveness. All Ash wanted to do was pretend to be a Persimmon to encourage a group of Persimmon on standing up to a large group of other Persimmon from taking over their group. And they duke it out on a small game of football, and whoever can get the fruit and become the leader of the Persimmons. The way I see it, there's no harm in that. Many other people tend to agree that the Persimmon episode was not offensive, and it has nothing to do with the negative connotation of blackface. I mean, if anything, I feel like making the connection between Persimmon, Pokemon, and black people is far more racist. But I can understand why people can see it like that, considering how the paint color on someone like Ash's face, who's lighter than someone with much darker skin, can be seen as offensive.
No, I wouldn't say the entire episode is racist. It's just Ash being a good boy pretending to be a Pokémon. It's not racist to humans, but to the same race, that is someone.
I've heard some other opinions on why banning is okay. Although I do respect people's opinions on the subject, I feel like straight up banning the episode is unnecessary and just reinforces more racism. This is the first skipped episode from a Pokemon dub due to a controversial topic in over 16 years. The last skipped episode in that manner was The Ice Cave, an episode from the Johto saga, back in the 4Kids days. Jinx was a very controversial topic. During the Kanto and first major half of the Orange Islands, Jinx was shown in its original design up until in late 2000, when 4Kids decided to remove any further Jinx appearances after an article involving Jinx which received grand attention, and why the Ice Cave was banned. Jinx started getting cut from the dub until season 8, with Jinx's new redesign finally made its appearance in the anime. Even though it was quite a minor change, it was understandable. Jinx's origins are somewhat ambiguous, so it could have possibly been based on something that can be deemed offensive or not. But who knows. So with all that being said, in my humble opinion, I greatly despise censorship. I feel as though things shouldn't have to be hidden, but rather looked upon with the mindset that there's another reason for it. Ash's Persimmon isn't racist, and I don't think banning the episode was a good idea. Comparing actual blackface and Ash's look, you can see a major difference. And while there can be better ways to address the issue, banning it will just make it worse. They could have easily edited Ash's face paint, and perhaps changed the color. I'd say a lighter green could have been a better approach. TPCI has had OMM edit scenes for them, and even though some of those edits I feel are dumb and ridiculous, this edit on Ash's face would have been in a way acceptable. Of course, it's a filler, so there's not much to miss. Only major event that happened was the lady in the market saw Ash's Torracat and had evolved, and Ash is the new leader of the Persimmons. If this becomes a running gag, go like TPCI. Also, a monkey snout could have been used too. I could see how the face paint can be an issue, by the way, thanks Lily. If the girls were making his costume, then a mask or a Pokemon mouth mask could have just as worked. Perhaps next time if the Japanese sees this and work with how the dub will deem these episodes. However, this is just all my opinion. I don't think this episode was racist, nor was the face paint racist. It added to the look of Ash just trying to be a Pokemon. I feel we shouldn't need to constantly remind ourselves of the horrible errors of the past, and how it may resemble one thing, the context was on the complete opposite. But at this point, I've stated all I needed to say on this subject. And again, this is all my opinion. If you have a different opinion, then that's okay. The episode has been banned and there's nothing we can really do about that. But rather, we should come together and acknowledge that such a past should stay in the past, and we all should care for one another and see things for what they are and not what it may seem, while also enjoying anything Pokemon. Whether you agree with what I said or have a different opinion, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear more thoughts on the whole subject. And thanks for watching. Saya! Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This video was quite an interesting one to do. I just wanted to get all my opinions out revolving this case, because it's kind of been getting to me a little. But I'm glad I got this video out. By the way, the World of Kevin C is actually making a fan dub of the Passimian episode, which I thought was really interesting considering TPCI has, banned it. I'll put a little video thing right here to click on the little preview on it, and I'll let you guys know once the whole thing is done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next episode of Pokemon Recap. See ya!